Hi guys, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. And for those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Catherine and I tell true stories and facts. Today I'm going to talk about why sharing Wi-Fi creates enemies. If you don't want to have enemies, I'll call them Wi-Fi enemies. Just don't share your Wi-Fi. In some places, for some people to make it easier for them to pay for the internet, one person buys Wi-Fi and shares it with the people around who's where the network can reach. Some people come and ask you, "Can I share your Wi-Fi?" And then you agree on a certain rate. They'll be paying you, and that makes it easier for you to pay. But not everybody is the same. It's like some people will pay their rent and others will not. You have to really follow them hard. Same to the internet. So if you want peace, just don't share your internet. There is a story of a man in some neighborhood that I will not mention. He was buddies with a friend of his. Of course, he was a buddies with a neighbor. He was a buddy of his neighbor. They used to have a small chat whenever he used to pass by. And so one day he asked him, "I see that you have a internet connection and it's very strong. It shows very strong in my house. So how about I share with you?" Well, the guy thought, why not? It's not gonna make any difference in his bill anyway. And he didn't ask him to pay for it because it's not like there were so many or whatever that is gonna slow down, overload his internet or anything. So the guy decided, okay, let me come and put the password for you. By the way, when you're sharing the password with somebody for your internet, you don't have to give the password yourself because the person can decide to use it for his own business, and yet it's you who's paying for it, most of it. So it's better you put the password for the person so that the person doesn't see it. And that's exactly what this guy did. He went and fixed the password for his friend. The friend had a wife, by the way, but the wife wasn't there when he was fixing the password for him. And so they were now sharing their internet. And then one day he saw his friend pass by, the one he had given the internet. He came and told him, "Hey, you know what? I even connected Netflix. Now I can watch Netflix from your internet." And then the one who gave him the internet just jokingly said, "Oh, so why don't you give me the password? We can share the password of your Netflix." And then the wife who was sitting in the lobby had her husband saying, "Share the password for the Netflix?" And she shouted, "No way! You cannot share the password for my Netflix because I'm the one paying for it." There was a moment of silence in respect of the embarrassment that the wife had caused. The wife did not know that the person that she was saying cannot share the password for the Netflix was the one that had given them free Wi Fi, and she was using that free Wi Fi to watch the Netflix. Imagine. She just didn't know that they were getting free Wi Fi. So the guy who had given them free internet excused himself and left. And then the other guy followed him and apologized. A few minutes later, the guy followed him and apologized. The guy told him, "Never mind, never mind, never mind." And guess what? A few minutes later, the wife came storming into the house saying, I cannot, I cannot connect my Netflix. I can't connect to my Netflix." Well, the guy told him, the one that she had said she cannot share the password for the Netflix, told her, "Well, don't mind. I removed my password. I changed my password for my internet because I cannot share my internet that I'm paying for." That's when she knew that she was using his internet to watch her Netflix. Lesson: you need to reciprocate, whatever you call it. Okay? You need to compromise. If you need something good, you need to give out something good. Give good vibes, get good vibes. Another thing about the enmity of the Wi Fi, in the Gulf, I heard, I don't want to mention the nationality, but they killed someone, literally slaughtered someone because the guy had refused to pay his internet. Like they were sharing an apartment and then a guy decided to buy his Wi Fi. It's good that some apartments give Wi Fi for their employees so they don't have to buy their own. But this guy had bought his own because his employers had not fixed the Wi-Fi for them. So he bought his own and decided to share with his housemates. But then one housemate kept on escaping the bills. He never used to pay, and they kept on piling. The guy who was sharing with him is the one who kept on paying his part. So there was a burden on him, and he's just enjoying free Wi-Fi. And he did not want the thing of change the password and then fix for everyone again and leave the guy out. So he gave him a chance, but the guy still never paid. Well, a fight ensued because the guy who had bills of the internet told him, "What's so big about the internet? It's like you're paying for a loan that you've taken of billions from a bank. Why are you following me over such a small thing?" So the guy asked him, "So why aren't you paying such a small thing then?" And that's where this fight ensued. And the guy slaughtered him, literally removed his head. I don't know why people get such energy. Remove somebody's head and throw it away out of anger just because of Wi Fi. And that was the end of the guy and the guy of the Wi Fi, the owner of the Wi Fi and the guy who hadn't paid the bill. Of course, he was arrested, life imprisonment, and the other guy had died of Wi Fi. So you can imagine at your funeral, they're telling people you died. Anyway, they will not tell them you died because you refused to pay Wi Fi and you were slaughtered by the owner of the Wi Fi. Most of the time, when people have Wi Fi, they create a lot of enemies because not everybody is ready to pay. Some people will ask you, "Give me the password, I will pay." And then when it comes to the time for payment, they will start things like, "I'm not even getting enough coverage." It keeps on going on and off. So why don't they then just say during that time before the payment that it's not working and get disconnected? So such are the things that people get when they share Wi-Fi. Stubborn payers, stubborn people who don't want to pay, and you create enemies. So it's better you have a few enemies of having refused to share your Wi-Fi than have a lot of enemies who are not paying Wi-Fi. Those will be your good enemies. They owe you and your enemies at the same time. So if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Ciao!